She left me. I guess things in her life had gotten a bit too rough for her. Times had gotten a bit too tough for her, and my love, although forever committed, just wasn't enough for her, so she decided to run. Run like pedestrians when they hear the sound of a gun, or like little black ghetto kids in the summertime when they hear the sound of the ice cream truck. Sweating and sprinting with both fists clutched tightly, holding on to 8 pennies, 6 dimes, 4 quarters, and 2 nickels. As taste buds trickle from the taste of ice creams and candies, heavy teardrops trickle down my face as I think about how she left me all alone and stranded. Causing my heart to forever be branded with that single-handed yet uncandid feeling of being unwanted and abandoned. See, I imagine her making the decision as she removes her hand from covering her ear to place it on the door handle, but then something prevents her from leaving. Can feel both her heart and her knees weakening, for she sees so much of herself in me, but yet not enough of herself in she, so therefore the elements needed to love herself in me are simply absentee due to their lack of maturity. So she left me, leaving a void burning inside both of our hearts like the tip of 2 incense. And since this relationship was only for an instant, to every woman after her, for some reason I would feel rejected and distant, wondering, how could she be so selfish to leave me knowing that I forever love her? Knowing besides the Most High, I never put anyone else above her. How could she leave me knowing she was supposed to be my first true love? Somebody, anybody, tell this little black boy how it would be his mother who would be the very first person in his life who would be the first person who would leave him. I, growing up wondering, what was it that she didn't see in me? Why didn't she believe in me? And is it because I'm a spitting image of my father that my mother said, why bother? And that is the reason that she decided she was leaving me? And is she even grieving me? Leaving me without a mother's love and embrace that is honored greater than Tupac Shakur's legacy. Because dear mama, it is you who I look to get through. It is you who looks into the innocent eyes of little black boys and tells us that we are something when the world tells us we are nothing. It is you. It is you who I look to get through with encouraging words that merge negatives into positives to make a hopeful reality. It is you. But see, I, born with God's favor, blessed with poetic flavor from my Savior, would again reunite with my mother 17 years later. And while looking into her eyes for the first time again was like a mirrored reflection, for our instant spiritual connection was greater than any of my anger, resentment, or aggression, letting me know that our lives were a blessing. As we hugged with tearful expressions, I told her that I loved her and how I was forever grateful that she chose the better option by granting me life instead of death by way of adoption. Because you see, this poem right here was never ever about any of my childhood business. For as God is my witness, this poem was about the power of love and forgiveness.